Hey there everybody, welcome back. It is Perry here, and although I did a video yesterday, I wanted to go ahead and continue with the Acro Spotlight series. So today we're going to talk about an old school coral, a Tyree collection. It is the Tyree tricolor, and for whatever reason, it just does so damn well in my system. I am, so grateful that coral does so well for me. So, we're going to just walk around the tank. Again, some efforts underway with the bubble algae. And this is the following day, so you can see things are yet getting more settled. So let's go ahead and zoom on in to our feature coral here. So as usual, we will begin with more of a side angle. And you can see right away, although the camera is not picking up on it, the purple is so intense that, I just don't think it's represented the same way by another coral in the system. So we'll get a little closer. Now you can start to see some of them deeper hues. I believe this one is the Acropora valida. When we get to the top down, you'll see some of that pearling going on in the branches of the coral, and that would be where you get that third tricolor, right? So you've got the purple, the green polyps, and then when that coral really gets the right light, gets happy, it shows a pearly essence tone in the branches. So it gets that tricolor signature look. Now, often confused as well with the bonsai acro. They are very similar, and it could be one of those things where it's the same coral with just, one of those things where it's a different trade name. I don't really know. I doubt it. I do think they are different, but they're very, very close and often confused. Anyway, right away, when you look at this piece, I have another one that is identical to this, growing on a plug identically to this one, which is one of those aquaforest plugs, and it's like a disc. It sits nicely. They're heavily weighted. They do well on bare bottom, and they definitely don't topple over in the flow if you have intense flow. So yeah, I like them for that. They sit right up on top of the sand bed pretty nicely. But so right away we look at the structure of the coral itself. It has a nice tree-like structure. It will start doing that bonsai effect, and hence why maybe it is the bonsai acro with just the Tyree tricolor lineage. I don't know, because I tend to believe this is a valida, and the bonsai, I don't believe I see those whitish hues in the branches. So anyways, let's just not get hung up on it. In the foreground there, or background there, I guess you could say, you can see the sublime looking rather sublime, and then to the right of it is another little granulosa that I've got working. So colors are doing quite well despite the tested parameters yesterday. And if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen it. 60 ppm on nitrates and almost 0.3 on phosphates. So again, we dive into the whole idea of this Acropora keeping. Most would have suggested by now that all my corals and fish should be dead. But as you can see, it's the furthest thing from the case. So has the industry lied to us? I don't think necessarily lied to us, but maybe those products were never really necessary. Not sure. Either way, continuing my efforts with probiotic bacteria and carbon source to sort of lock in a lower nutrient level. And soon I will talk to you about an additional effort that's underway to start working on them nitrates. All right, so now we move to more of a top-down appearance, and as you can see, the lighter hues
almost developing sort of like a creamy coloration there in the base of the coral, and then really getting those electric purple tips as you get closer to the to the tips of the corals. So yeah, just a real pretty piece. Sorry I did not disable the flow, so the bouncing is some powerful flow in there. And you can see that there are different grades of sand in there to sort of hold it in place, due to the fact that even though it's a sand bed in the system and a bommy in the middle, so a lot of sand, I want to still have a lot of flow moving in around the system. Because one thing I don't think has been exaggerated is the amount of flow required for these corals. So anyway, that's the Tyree tricolor classic lineage coral. Not enough really said about this coral anymore. Certainly not a hype coral, and definitely not going to see all of that hidden love and expressions that are really unlocked under a full spectrum here. When you start getting into that bluer spectrum, you sort of take away the beauty of some of these corals and what their potential is. So again, blue is great for viewing. I'm all about like looking at my tank under blues at night. I definitely detect some really fancy colors. But if you really want to have your corals glow, I suggest you add some more full spectrum into the equation. Anyway, that's the Tyree tricolor, a lovely piece. Thanks for following along. Hope you guys have a great day. Stay tuned for the next one.